Today we're going to work on comparing and ordering integers. As we go through this unit, we're going to continue to add to poetry to help us to remember the rules that are applied to integers. So starting today, we're going to do our first few lines of integer poetry to live by. It says, can we put them all in order, plot the points, and we just might. Because the number that is greater is the number to the right. So just like we talked about in our last video, as you move to the right of the number line, you're going to get larger numbers. And as you move to the left, you're going to get smaller numbers. So, for example, number 1, it asks you to write these numbers in order from least to greatest, meaning in increasing order. Now here's why this gets tricky. Looking at these numbers right here, I've got 4, -2, 3, 0, 1, -1, and -5. Specifically, just looking at this -5 and 4, we might be under the impression that these two numbers go next to each other in our order, because in our positive numbers that we know, 4 and 5 do go together. However, because this is -5, that's not the case. So what they suggest you do in order to order numbers from least to greatest is to actually plot them on a number line. So when I draw my number line down below on Mr. Number Line, I've got 0 there in the middle. I've got -5. I can go plot 4, so I'm going to cross them off as I do them. I'm going to plot -2. I'm going to plot 3. I'm going to plot 0, I'm going to plot 1, and I'm going to plot -1. And now we can just simply go down the line in order to order them from least to greatest. So in order to write the plotted points from left to right, that's going to be from least to greatest. So if I write these, I would get -5, -2, -1, 0, 1, 3, and 4. That would be how I could order these from least to greatest. So you have to be very careful and pay a lot of attention to these signs that are in front of every number. This -5 is significantly less than this +4. Look at all of these numbers in between -5 and +4. Even though they're next to each other, if they are both positive, that is not going to be the case here. So just make sure you continue to be very careful. The next example, it says, write these numbers in order from greatest to least. So that means we're going to want to go from the right to the left. Now they suggest you do the same thing and you plot them on a number line. So I'm going to go ahead and plot -3, 7, 3, -4, and -6. And if I'm going to go from greatest to least, I start over on the right-hand side, and I want to order them going over to the left. So this is different than the last one that we just did. So we're going to start with our largest number, which is 7, followed by 3, then -3, then -4, then -6. This is the greatest at 7 down to the least or the lowest at -6. That's how you can compare and order integers. If you have any questions, please just write one in a comment.